Hey everybody, Crossing625 here, and today is November 2nd, 2012. We have finally gotten the PlayStation Store redesigned here in the US. This was supposed to come out a few weeks ago, but got delayed after some errors when it was released in Europe. But it's here now, so let's go ahead and take a in-depth look at the new PlayStation Store. First thing you'll notice is that the store takes a little bit longer to open. Now, the other store after that PlayStation Store splash screen right there, it pretty much was open right about now. But now it feels more like it's loading an application and then the store opens. It's kind of a little bit longer process, as you see right here. But at the same time, is it a better trade-off? Well, in my opinion, I think it is. The new store is completely redesigned. I mean, honestly, I don't ever go in there and browse for new content. If something's releasing that I really want, then I'll buy it. I don't really go back and backlog and browse through the content. But if you're new to PlayStation, I've had PlayStation since it came out. If you're new to it, there is thousands of content on here, pieces of content on here, and you're going to be overwhelmed if you just get your PlayStation. So this might be a better way for somebody who's just getting into the PSN network to find the right stuff that they're looking for, find the games they're looking for. Right off the bat, you see here, we got a column on the left with your navigation column there. Up at the top, we got a couple buttons, search and store and cart. Store just kind of takes you back up to the home front if you're dug into the deep dark catalog of the PlayStation Network. But if you press X or right, it'll take you to the right side here, which is kind of like their featured area. So as you see at the bottom, there's 5 tabs. You can either use R1 or L1 to search through these tabs, or you can just browse over through the content. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Xbox Live layout or Windows 8 layout, as that is now out. But I found that when I used Xbox Live Store after they updated their store, it was a little bit confusing for me. I feel that this one's a little bit better laid out. I'm not trying to be biased here, but honestly, that's my true opinion. No more store or no more video store, game store up on the top left. It's all combined into one network store. So as you see here, you got movies, TV shows, or whatever right here. On the left, we got games. It's all combined into one happy little universe. But this is just mainly where you're gonna find all your featured stuff. If there's a video on these featured tabs, if you just hold your cursor over it, it'll actually load up that video. So it'll play it right here on the main screen without having to download anything. It just streams it right there. I want to go ahead and talk about redeem codes here for a sec. Redeem codes are no longer 3 sections of 4 digits. It's now all into one 12-digit code, so no more backing out X, stuff like that. It's just enter the 12 digits, press enter, and you're good to go. Little time saver bit there. Download list is still the same. It tells you how many downloads you have up on the top right. I have 251 pieces of content that I've downloaded on the store, whether being bot, demos, add-ons, whatever. But it's still the tedious, you got to scroll through all these hundreds of content to find what you're looking for. You can use the search, obviously. But seeing how this store is developed in HTML5, they said that they're able to update it more frequently, and they know that this is something we want to have some sort of category breakdown of the download list, that they are able to update that if they choose. I'm sure they're looking into it, as a lot of people need it, as a lot of people want it. So I'm really hoping that they do that in that route. Obviously here you have games, movies, TV shows, apps. I'm just going to go ahead and go in the games category. It's all kind of the same regardless of what category you're going into. Right above this little break line, there is all your special stuff like Day 1 Digital, PlayStation Plus, hot stuff, new stuff, most downloads. All the featured junk that you probably will want to check out. But if you want to just go ahead and look at PS3 games, say for example, you can click on that. It'll bring up, bundles, classics, minis, crossplay, all that stuff down there. It's taking a second to load there. Let's just go ahead and take a look at all. And it just has 3 columns of pretty much infinite scrolling. Up in the top right, it gives you specs in the top right, such as there is 1,494 PS3 games on the PlayStation Store, which if you were to scroll through this, that'd be a pain in the butt. So now they added filters where you can go through genre, platform, game type, price, stuff like that. And again, it tells you how many. So there's 22 3D games, 445 action games in the store, 1 horror game in the store. But it tells you how many of that category we have in the PlayStation Store on the PlayStation Network. Also, there's a sort option where you can do alphabetical, reverse alphabetical, high to low, low to high, oldest, newest, stuff like that. So it helps you break down, help you really try to find what you're trying to find. So like I said, this is kind of all the same regardless if you go into movies, what's hot, or genres, stuff like that, discounts. It's kind of all the same, broken down. You guys get how it works. I'm assuming you will anyways. One thing that I want to show off last is the search function. It used to be search and you have a bar. It said all content or games or something like that, or videos, depending on what store section you're in. Now you have this whole scrolling bar of letters and numbers and whatnot. I think it's just letters actually. Oh no, there's numbers, okay. But yeah, so now it's just a scrolling bar. Say you wanted to look for Spider-Man. You know, you'd go to S, press X, it'd bring up the next letter of words. So as you type it out, it eliminates letters that aren't existent as words in the store. So S, so right here for example, J, K, H, I, J. There's no J because there's nothing in the store that goes S, J. So now we'll go to SP. Again, it eliminates more letters. I eliminates A, B, C, or A, B. And then it just eliminates them as you go down. And as you see on the right, it gives you preview of what you're searching for. So you could technically stop right here and already have Spider-Man. But I'm going to keep typing it out just to show you how the search works. Spider-Man, and that's the last of that content of those words. So you're able to go in here and it'll show you all the Spider-Man content regardless of game, DLC, trailers, movies, stuff like that. So it's all here. It's it's an easier, more functional way to search. So if you don't really know what you're looking for, if you don't know how to spell it, it kind of helps you out along the way. So that's something neat. I think that's one of the main things in the store for me, is that they just completely redesigned the search function. Because I don't know, just it's more functional that way. It's more fluent. And I know I said that was the last thing I was going to show you, but the cart just looks a little bit different. So you see there's the cart screen, nothing really big important there. Also, last thing is when you back out of the PlayStation Store, it does take a few seconds to close, longer than the last one. Which, like I said, it feels like it's running an app now, not necessarily built into the console. But it's alright. It's a better trade-off. I like the new store at the same time, but at the same time I miss the old one. But that's just because I've had it for, many years. Because I've had the PlayStation since it came out. So, yeah. But anyways, that's the new PlayStation Store. That's the new in-depth preview. If you found it helpful, if you have any questions, let me know below. And I'll do my best to answer those questions. Please like the video if you found it helpful. And subscribe if you're not. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.